Good afternoon. Me, Alif AIZUDDIN. I am Alif AIZUDDIN, and with my group mates,
My name is Hello. My name is Muhammad Najmi.
and Muhammad Imran. We are going to present our task for programming technique 2. Without any ado, we are going to start with presenting the task 1. So task 1 is to create a class name student with a string variable name and integer variable roll number. As you can see on the screen right now, uh, me and Najmi, we make a class with the name student, and for the public parts, we declare two variable, which is string and put the name as name, and the integer variable, and we put it as roll number.
Okay, for the next part in the INT main, I use the classes, the object, the student and stud, and I also set the John and the roll number 2 because I just want to set the without C in and without C in. So I see out that in name and stud dot name followed by the object and also the roll number. So after I will run the code. Okay, so and the output will show that the name is John and the roll is number 2. Following the instruction in number 1. Okay, next we going to proceed with number 3.
Okay, for number 3, the task asks us to write a program to print an area or perimeter of a triangle that having sides of 3, 4, and 5 units by creating a class named triangle with a function to print the area and perimeter. Okay, same with before, like question 1, but we include a new file header named math.h because we believe that there will be a mathematical operation in this task. So we declare a class named triangle and put two variable with void find type, which is area, with integer, three integer as that is parameter. So for the second one, we declare parameter with the same file type, which is void, with three parameter, which is also an integer. So for the void triangle area that has three integer, the function, we make an equation. We declare a new we declare a new variable, which is s, and we make a mathematical operation, which is a plus b plus c divided by 2, and area, which is the square root of s multiplied by s minus a minus b and minus c. So it will print out the area, the area of triangle is. And for for the perimeter, we just display the perimeter of a triangle, and this is a plus b plus c.
Okay, for next part, we know that we can create an object of a class in any function of this program. We can also create an object of a class within the class itself. And also we can create as many objects as we want from a single class. For the next part, we use in the int main. You can see here that we use the dot, which is try.area. This means that we can access the data members and member function of a class by using a dot operator, like we are using in try.area and also the try.perimeter. This will call the function as the above, and we also have initialize the number, which is the int site, 1 is 3, side 2 is 4, side 3 is 5. In this case, they will just using the information that we have in we have just we got put it the output. So I will try run the code. Okay, after we run the code, we got the area of a triangle is 6 and the perimeter of a triangle is 12. Okay, that's all for the number 3. Next, we are going to proceed with the number 5. Okay, for number 5, we use the class of area, and also we are using a object which name is area using void area to get the set dim, which is we include the double 1 double B. So we set the length for L, breadth for B. For the double, the area object, we use the get area constant, and we will do a function which is length multiply with breadth.
Alright, to continue the presentation, I will go to the main function. So we declare the rectangle with the file type of area, which is our class. So we declare another two variable, which is length 2 and breadth 2, like the question asks. So we prompt the user to enter their rectangle length, and we're going to ask for the length 2 and breadth 2. So after that, we call the function of the setDim with the rectangle file type, and we put the length 2 and breadth 2 as a parameter of the function. So this will make them, so this will call the function of the setDim, which is the void, which has the void file type, which and store the value of the L, the length and breadth. So after that, we display the rectangle area while by calling the function of the get area that will return length multiplied by breadth. So I'm going to run it. Sorry, Najmi compiler has problems, so I'm going to run it on my computer. Okay, as you can see, it will prompt the user to enter the rectangle length, so I will put 5 as the example, and then we need to enter the rectangle breadth, so I'm going to put 4. So as you can see, it will calculate the total area of the rectangle, which is 20. So let's move on to the next question, which is task 6.
Okay, hello. For the part 6, for the question has been given, we come up with a solution using for loop, because firstly we use the normal codes that from doctor, but it doesn't recall the, the output. So firstly, we set for the constant the integer loop is 3 because the question has asked us to set the employee for 3. So for the object, we know that when a class is defined, only a specification for the object is defined, no memory or storage is allocated. So for the class, we use the object is employee. Using by the public, we use string because we know that as name is a long, so we use string, and also year, and also the address. So we also put a void the get employee record, in the bracket is void. For next object, we use void employee, and we want to get the employee record. So we see out the enter employee name, see in name, see out enter year of joining, year, see out enter address, and see in year, see in address.
Alright, for the main function, so we use another ways of trying to access the function or the class. So we use array as our variable with the employee file type. So we just use a for loop to access the storage of the class, the the variable in the class. So for that, we just see out, just display or prompt the user to enter the employee number, and we use the work with the array number, which is I, that we declare in the for loop with the get employee record function. So with that, we're going to display what is inside the get employee record function. It will display 3 times because we set it as I equals 0, while it is smaller than 3. So it will loop 3 times. And after that, we are going to display what the task asks us to do, which is we need to display the name, the year of joining, and address. And for that, we use the same approach, which is using the for loop. But this time, we just access the variable in the class, which is the name, year, and address. Before this, we tried to put the variable uh, private in the private part of the class employee, but we can access it because it is declared as private. So we change it to the public variable, which is the name, year, address that we put before, and just display all of them by using the loop. So, Najmi, can you run it?
Okay, I will run the code. Wait a minute. Okay, for the first one, we just enter the employee name in ALIFF as he is our member. Joining is okay. I will try run the code for the second time. Wait a minute. Ya, aku mana soalan dia. Okay. Hello. Okay. For the task sheet, we just ask to put a name. First is Robert, and for the year of joining is 2022, and for the address is Taman Molek. Okay. For the next one is we use the name Sam, and year of joining is 2021, and the address is Taman Impian Mas. Okay, for the last one is we use name John, and the year of join is 2019, and the address is Taman University. Okay, okay. We can show. We can look here that we have a name Robert, the 2022. Okay. Okay, hello. For the number six, the question asks us to write a program that will print the information name, year of joining, salary, address, and of three of employees by creating a class name employee, and the output should be as follow. So the first one is I define the MAC address length to 100, the MAC serial length is 100, and the third is max name length is 100 too. So, and I also set the constant, the integer loop for 3 because we want to create 3 employees and creating a class name employee. So for the class, and we use the object employee, we use the public. For the char name, max name length, char year, max year length, char address, max address length, and also we put the void get employee record in the bracket void because we want to get the data from the employee. So the second one, the void, and you use the object employee, and we use the get employee record void as above, and we see out the thing that we want, the enter employee name, and seeing get line to avoid the string extraction. And also we want to create a space between the name, year, and the address, so we set using this function. And the second is we see out the enter joining of the enter year of joining, seeing get line, year, max year length. The last one is the see out enter address, seeing get line in the bracket address and make address length.
Alright, for the main function, we declare an variable name work with the file type of the employee, which is our class, and we make it as an array to store the data that we prompt the user to enter. And after that, we make a for loop to prompt the user to enter the employee, uh, to enter to prompt the user to enter the data. So for that, we call the function of get employee record, which is this, the get employee record void one. And after that, we we display the like the question asks us, which is the name, the year of joining, and address. We didn't include the salary in our coding because, like I mentioned, it's only just as name, year of joining, and address. But if we want to include the salary, we just put it in the guideline with plus one in this get employee record and declare a new variable in the public in the class. And after that, we just display the work j.name, the work j.year, and work j.address. We display the data of the in the class. So, Najmi, can you help me to run?
Yeah, sure, Alip. Okay. I will run the code. Okay. For the ampling one, we just used from the exercise is Robert. The joining is 2022. The other is Taman Molek. Okay, the second one is Sam. The joining is 2021. And the others is Taman Piamas. Okay, for the last one is use John. The joining is 2019. And the others is Taman University. Okay, as we can see here that for our output is same with the ties in the document. And Robert 2022, Taman Molek, Sam 2021, Taman Impiamas, and John 2019, Tamisti. Okay, that's from us. Thank you.
Okay, for this coding, this coding for the task 2 in the exercise. To start, you need to the IO stream, say string for SR copy, I might it, and using SVSTD, we start into it. First, defining the class as student. For the private instance, we got the int, roll 1 and roll 2 for the roll number, character for name 1 and name 2 for the name, cat again for one form 2 for number. Into the public, got the constructor to allocate enough memory for all three values. We got int r1, int r2, and then so each one correspond to each attribute as said before. For the name one and for the name and the phone, we use string. Therefore, we gotta have the new character as a len, since we'll be using the string value. Then we got the STR copy name one and name two. Then we got destructor deleting only the string. Next, we got the constant. All of them will be used later for the function. Then going for the function, we got our first student and the second student. First student is Sam, second is John. And at entry, both the roll number, then phone number. For student one, we get Sam, so I got the roll number for Sam. Get name one for Sam, phone number. Oh, hold on, got little error here. There we go. That's correct. Correct. We got get phone number one for Sam. Then so John, we got all two of them. The roll number two, get name two. And let's try running this code.
Okay, I will run the code. Okay, for the student one, we got the roll number is 253, same as above. Also, the name is Sam, and phone number is 655-2003. Okay, for the second one is student 2. The roll number is 337. The name John. The phone number 655-2003.
Alright.
Okay. Okay, that's all for
Okay.
the second.
That's all for second task.
Okay, we proceed with the number 4, the fourth question.
So I will continue with the explanation of question for coding. Okay. Okay, for the class of triangle, which is asked by the questions, for private, we use three different variable with integer data type, which is length, base, and hypotenuse for the triangle. And for area and perimeter, we use the double data type. And for public, we declare a function named triangle with three integer parameter s1, s2, and s3. So this function will store the data of length, base, hypotenuse, area, and perimeter. As you can see, this is the formula that we use, which is the 0.5 times s1 multiplied by s2, and for perimeter, we just add up all of the sides. And for the function integer get area, we will return the area, and for get perimeter function, we will return the perimeter. Okay, now I will pass to Imran to explain the main function.
Alright. So main function, we start by putting the entry for the triangle class object. Here we got the size parameter. We got the base at 3, the length at 3, base at 4, and the hypotenuse at 5. Each one of them will also be side 1, side 2, side 3 respectively. And we will get the output. First, it will say right side triangle 3, 4, 5. And then will first it will first it will see out the area and then get area. We will run the formula with with the with the perimeter as in from the entry, and then and then also do the same thing but for the perimeter, which adds up all of the integer value. Now we will run the code.
Okay, I just run the code and it show that the area we got the 6 units, and for the perimeter we got 12 units. Okay,
So that
that's all
means
from the question 4.
alright.